The next thing that comes is data validation. You can validate what can enter inside that particular cell. That basically comes in the data tab, and here you have the data validation. Shortcut key would be Alt A V B. That is shortcut key for your data validation. Alt A V B. So when you look at this data validation box, it basically validates the data. When we say validates the data, it basically, I already have something. It allows you to enter only data which has to be entered. Nothing else will come in here. So it has a lot of options. It has any number, any value, whole numbers. You can have decimals if you are entering percentages. You can have list, date, and all those things. So you can go to allow, and I need a list, because what I need numbers 1 to 12. Now in our case, the numbers 1 to 12 are not given anywhere. So we have to write manually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can link it to the sheet also. So let's say, so you'll have numbers between 1 to 12. I'll just copy this formula. I'll write the formula here. So when you look at this thing, you can enter anything between 1 to 12. Now let me enter 20 in here and enter. What it does? I have not removed the validation. It is already having input message and things. Let me just remove it. Now let us hit 20. Now it will give you an error which is not easily readable. The value does not match the data validation restrictions defined in this cell. So what have we defined? Enter only between 1 to 12. But as an end user, you will not be knowing what I have defined. So we can also change this entire output. So for that, Alt A, VV again, and in the validation, you have input message and error alert. Input message I normally don't use, because when you use input message, it pops up here. As soon as you select the cell, it will pop up. So let's say we have 12. Strength. Well, I'm just writing, assuming that there's no change which is happening. Select numbers between 1 to 12. Now, as soon as you come here, you will see this pop-up. You go out, the pop-up will not be there. But I find it a little annoying. So normally I hide this. I don't show this. And I'll go to error alert. This is a better way of doing this entire thing. The box that came up, we can direct that box. First thing is style. Style has 3 things: stop, warning, and information. Depending upon how critical the information is, you can stop someone from doing it, or you can give warning. And when you're sending it to senior management, information is a better word than stop and warning. You can just inform that what they are trying to do is not correct. So I normally prefer using the information tab, because the icon is also blue suiting to why this is cut and this is yellow triangle. So it's better you put the information. And title, let's say please select from drop down, and in the error alert, we'll say only 1 to 12 selection available, and in case of any issue. Now, what if there is one employee who has joined in between and it's not reflecting in your database? Because for employee ID to get generated, let's say it takes a 5-day time. So you will not be having the database running in here. So what do you do in that case? So you provide your details so that your end user is not going to search around for you. Where are you? What is happening? So you can write, in case of any issue, contact. And if it is internal, you can have your extension number, and if it is external, then you can give your phone number. Give the phone number. If not, give your email ID and say, okay. Now let's enter something like 20. See, this has become more readable output. Someone reads this, okay, this is what we need to do. So this is how 2 ways you can work on getting this done. You can have data validation running, or you can have this if error. Practice if error also, because if error you'll find it at a lot of places where we have a lot of troubles. So we can use the if error. Now on the last function of this basic, which is round. So what do we do with round? Round is basically a function which will trim the decimal places. You can use, normally people don't use round. You can use control+1 to open the format box. Come here, control+1, and you will get the format box. Come to this place number, and you will get the decimal points. You can have those decimal points running. But if you have a formula which is giving you decimal points, you can round it. So the answer automatically comes into the required decimals. The second video that I have uploaded for you as a pre-read have a lot of formatting running. So if you need to go more into this formatting, custom formats, I put everything there in about hour and a half. So I'll just take you through round. How does round work? Equal to round, take the number and the number of decimal points. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever decimal points you write. And this is mathematically correct. So if I say 2 decimal points, the third decimal is 5. So this will become 7. 12.37. So that is what round does. So this is on the basic arithmetic: sum, count, average, and min.